How identity theft works. The term identity theft is a very broad one and covers many criminal activities from stealing credit cards to posing as another individual, including that person's driver's license and social security number. Here we cover some of the most common ways in which identities are stolen. The most common type of identity theft is the theft of credit cards. Credit cards are stolen in many ways, including by hackers breaking into card systems, and dumpster divers who look in dumpsters for credit card slips. Another case of credit fraud would be when a criminal could get enough information to apply for a Visa or MasterCard in someone's name. He'd use the card for 2 weeks, then throw it away. In those 2 weeks he'd run up the credit limit in frantic non-stop spending, buying big screen TVs, stereos, computers, the works, then destroy the card. A few weeks later the hapless victim would get a statement from the bank and would be left arguing, "I don't have a Visa card with Wells Fargo. I don't even have a big screen TV." Even if you don't lose money directly, getting debt collectors off your back and straightening out your tangled credit history is a horrific nightmare that will cost you not only time but money. A study by the Identity Theft Resource Center concluded that on average it takes a victim 330 hours and usually between $881 and $1,378 to get her credit report straightened out and her life back to normal. Fixing the problem is not as simple as saying "that's not me." You have to prove that you didn't apply for that loan. You must convince the credit card or finance company that you didn't make those purchases. Then you must persuade all 3 credit bureaus that fraud was committed. In most cases the credit bureaus will refuse to delete the dispute from your credit file. Instead they will put an asterisk next to the charge and say "Customer disputes this Visa charge, claims they were a victim of identity theft." The result is that anyone who accesses your credit report, be it a potential employer or a company considering granting you credit, may question whether you really were a victim or if you were ripping somebody off. The crime leaves holes in people's lives. Even after the theft has been stopped, victims are often denied loans, housing, and employment because of bad credit. When a 22-year-old college student applied for an internship with the Department of Justice, a routine background check turned up the unexpected news that he was $45,000 in debt courtesy of an identity thief. The scam had been going on since he was 16. Various internet scams can lead to identity theft. For example, in a phishing scam you are lured via email to log into a web page and then enter personal information. That information may include your social security number, credit card information, and your mother's maiden name, among other details. Some phishing attacks said to be from the IRS tell of a tax investigation. Others claim to be from the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the entity that insures bank accounts, saying that your federal deposit insurance has been canceled because of alleged fraud. It asks that you click on a link and fill in your personal information so things can be straightened out. Many identity thieves opt for the fear route because when people get agitated they quickly abandon common sense and do foolhardy things, like pretty much whatever they're asked to do. Phishing is done out in the open. You can see the phishing line. The trick is to know that it's not real. A more insidious method to capture computer-stored information over the internet is pharming, or the practice of planting malicious software either on a server computer or on your own personal computer. One way of looking at it is phishing is non-technical intrusion. It's a con. Pharming is technical intrusion. The more ambitious pharming attacks go after the central server computers where genuine websites reside. Then when you type in the address of a genuine site on your browser you get dispatched to a fraudulent one. Most often the pharming software gets onto these servers through a Trojan horse embedded within an innocuous piece of software. Spyware, keyloggers, and Trojans installed on people's computers can steal personal information and send it to hackers, or they can monitor every keystroke the user makes. Some identity thieves can steal your identity the old-fashioned way by physical theft. They steal wallets and purses and use the driver's licenses, credit cards, and other identifying information they find there. Traditionally, one of the most common methods of identity theft is via credit repair scam. A scammer claims to be a service that can repair someone's bad credit. To repair the credit they say they need all personally identifying information, including your social security number, mother's maiden name, date of birth, credit card numbers, bank account numbers, and so on. A significant number of identity thefts are committed by family, friends, acquaintances, and co-workers who steal personal information. Some identity thieves also sell the personal data they obtain about someone over the black market. A social security number costs typically $49 on the black market. A driver's license goes for $90. A birth certificate will set you back $79. Some identity thieves look for unprotected mailboxes. They then steal a person's mail and look for credit card and bank statements, utility bills, and so on. This information can be used in many ways. For example, many government agencies require utility bills to show proof of residence, so an identity thief can use those stolen bills to help get a new identity. Stay tuned for more tips on identity theft protection. Log on to ID Theft Blog. You can also subscribe to our channel and follow on Facebook.